We married mainstream, thought that it was all a fling. Then the white boy came and it was all the same. Suddenly rap was backpacking in the cul-de-sacs with skull caps and sullen facts. A gangster rap tap middle America, but little Erica, the parents gassed. Lindsay dropped it low, but really it was all apparent trap. Music hit the scene, ATL lit the fluid, a new black movement. From young jocks to Jeezy, young jocks love Weezy. After schools and bump the club hits, funny how the outcast loved it. The message of
whoever sees this and subscribes right now get free honey. Sweet. What's going on, YouTube? It's Knox Hill, and we're back with our reaction series. So today, man, it's a special one. Monday is when we step outside our comfort zone, we do something different, and we have started this Calliope Mori journey. And I have just been, I still am processing, honestly, what is happening to my life in my eardrums. The more that we dive into this, but you know, it's only right that we carry on this journey. So today's recommendation is none other than End of a Life. But before we go any further, I want to give a quick shout out to the song in the intro. Listen, if you guys like that, yes, I'm a rapper myself. There's a good chance I'm going to break down the way that I think about music. You'll probably like my music as well. I have a new album, Blacklist, charted on iTunes for the first time. If you guys want to support me and support the channel directly, I'll put the links to that below. Also, shout out to the Patreon family, exclusive reactions and content on there. Again, all links will be down there. But anyways, we know what we're here for. Calliope Mori, let's get back into it. Come on.
We'd run right through those nights. I'll never find my way back to you. Inside this labyrinth of life, there was
What? This is from the same chick who was like a cold-hearted assassin reaper on the microphone. I mean, what a total 180. And I love how this sets up too, because it starts so simply. She takes in a breath. And normally when you have that great inhale of breath, it's because, you know, it's something important, something you need to get off of your chest. And I love the way that this is approached, because then you have the piano come in and her cadence, she's singing, and it's beautiful, but it's kind of scaled down. It's almost like whispered. It's subdued at this moment. And then some of the lyricism, this labyrinth of lights. I mean, what a way to put that poetically. Makes me think of, you know, like the city lights weaving in and out of all the streets, like getting lost in this labyrinth and sort of running through the city.
right through those nights. I'll never find my way back to you. Inside this labyrinth of light, there was madness in the meaning, never laugh less. We were screaming at the top of our lungs to the night.
Hang on. There was madness in the meaning, never laughless.
We were screaming.
Hear the A to the B, A to the B. Nice rhyme writing. And I've said this before. She has a very sort of unconventional writing style and sort of these off-kilter rhythms. And even there with the singing, like when she got the Labyrinth of Lights out, she like kind of spit that a little bit faster, almost like she was trying to just squeeze it because she was running out of time. Like it just, the way that she delivers stuff is so off-kilter, it throws you off sometimes. But yet when you peel it back and you look at the layers, there's a lot of lyricism to it, you know, madness in the meaning. Whereas the way of putting that normally would be finding meaning within the madness, but she flipped it. You know, she kind of flipped that on its head. Something that is stable, there's meaning, right? But in this case, there's madness to that meaning. Maybe the meaning that they're trying to find, and the madness of life is they're chasing and pursuing that meaning. And this is definitely feels nostalgic, doesn't it? It feels self-reflective right now, the mood and what she's talking about. I'll never get back to you. We were running. You know, it makes me think of like being kids, that young innocence type of feel.
There's madness in the meaning, never laugh less. We were screaming at the top of our lungs to the numbness. This city never died.
Wow, screaming at the top of our lungs. I love how she just goes here with that whisper sort of breathy delivery, and then she just goes high and then comes back down. She's got great vocal control with her singing. Girl can sing too.
Screaming at the top of our lungs to the numbness. This city never died. I'll fly no through those heights. I'll never find another chance to say thanks for saving my life. I was hopeless.
Wow. Again, see how things just gradually start to rise right there? And she fills that out, and she's got a couple different sort of harmonies and takes, and it just feels like there's multiple hers that are singing right there on the mix. And I'll fly, no proof. Am I taking that retrospectively again? In the present tense?
Those heights, I'll never find another chance to say thanks for saving my life.
Yeah, the way this is written there's metaphors there, but at the same time, you could tell that this is something that's close to her heart. So only she's going to know sort of the true meaning. But I take it as, dreaming, having aspirations, trying to fly, but not having proof, like telling people, hey, I'm going to make it. I'm going to fly. I'm going to touch the sky one day. Watch me sort of take off. But who is she thanking? I wonder that. I'm not sure who she's thanking.
I'll never find another chance to say thanks for saving my life.
Could be talking to the music. Thanks to the music for saving my life. Or maybe people that were there for her when she needed it most.
It was stinging, running roadless. We were singing at the top of our lungs to the numbness.
Again, you have this nice A to B scheme with the rhyme writing. Right here.
My life, I was hopeless. It was stinging, running roadless. We were singing at the top.
Stinging, singing, hopeless, running roadless. Running roadless. Again, some really good word choice here. It's poetic, man. Running roadless, It just does make me think of sort of the days of innocence, before you hit maturity and life changes and, you have sort of a turning point in life. It's kind of remembering the good old days, isn't it? And you wish you could go back. And this seems to me like a song where she's trying to capture that moment and crystallize it within this time. But it's a moment that she can never get back. She can only reflect on. At least that's how I take it so far.
It was stinging, running roadless. We were singing at the top of our lungs to the numbness. This city never died. What was the root of it all? I couldn't say. Used to jump and then fall, rugged and cliched.
Used to jump and then fall, rugged and cliched. What was the root of it all? Again, you've got the A to the B. The A to the B rhyme scheme is very good rhyme writing. And what is cliched? This sort of dreamer story about trying to make it, coming through as kids and the dreams that we have as kids versus our realities as adults.
I couldn't say. Used to jump and then fall, rugged and cliched. Would shrug it off without complaint, not a sound. I used to try to find friends, cause in the end nobody sticks around. It's when you shoved yourself into a crowded place that you turned around and found yourself in love in outer space. Cue the reckless nights, no strings, laughing at our own dreams.
Cue the reckless nights. No strings, no strings attached to something, repercussions that happen a lot of times that we find the older that we get, the more worries that we have with maturity. And it's almost like you wish you could go back to a time when you were less worried and less stressed and just, you don't always realize the good days when you're in them. It's not till you're out of them that you look back that you're like, hey, that wasn't such a bad moment in time. I kind of wish we could go back. And what is that line? In love in outer space. Feeling like an alien? Feeling like you don't belong here? Because I take like the numbness lines, the outer space lines, a lot of the word choice again is kind of this maybe just struggling to adapt as we grow up and struggling to fit in this world and just feeling like an outcast and out of place. And that's lyrics that a lot of people can relate to. Man, this is deep and oh wow.
Nights, no strings, laughing at our own dreams. Just what the hell was so funny? Back up the wrong tree, stumble, used to fall in great heights amidst the concrete jungle, singing cause it felt right.
Oh, she's doing so good with this just poetry scheme right here.
Just what the hell was so funny?
Ready? Stumble, heights, jungle, right, troubles. Nice. I really love that. Again, that back and forth sort of playing ping pong with the rhyme scheme. Did she just say ennui, like boredom? We mix the boredom and troubles with our own discontent, and then barking up the wrong tree and miss the concrete jungle. See how the tree in the popular saying, you're barking up the wrong tree with what you're pursuing, and the concrete jungle being the city, the labyrinth of lights, the city itself. Nice connections here.
Concrete jungle singing cause it felt right. We mix the ennui and troubles, rhyming our discontent. To know its history, I can't forget the time that we spent. This could mean another end exists between real and pretend. Twisted alter fiction where I miss my chance and not ascend and disappearing into the mist. It never happened is the me that I can never befriend. I let it go.
Disappearing into the mist of it never happened. This sense of realism and alternate reality. And it makes me think of the way she painted that like a parallel universe, like a universe where, yeah, now it all connects, where she didn't make it. Those dreams that she's talking about, what she's chasing, is her trying to make it as a rapper, as a content creator. And wow, I mean, it's just the light bulb is now going off, and right there it's like, oh, it never happened. Because we all have those dreams. We all wish that we can make it. We all wish we could be that 0.001% that gets there. But do we actually believe it in our heart of hearts? I don't know. That's something everyone has to answer who's aspiring to get there. And for her, she's reflecting and talking about that alternate sense of reality if she didn't make it.
Between real and pretend, twisted alter fiction where I miss my chance and not ascend, disappearing into the mist. It never happened.
It's almost like it's ironic because now that she's there at the mountaintop, she's looking back and she's kind of wondering, what if I didn't make it? What would my life be like? And can I ever go back to those days? No, I can't. Is this really what I wish for in the end? Wow. I mean, we're having an existential crisis right here on this song.
That I can never befriend. I let it go. Fade in, fade out. This crazy dream without a direction, floating aimlessly.
Wow.
There's nothing left back there for me. Breathing, but it won't stop the rain from pouring. Right through those nights, I'll never find a way back
Oh, give me that jazz, baby. A little bit of that saxophone element.
to you. Inside this labyrinth of life, there was madness in the meaning, never laughless. We were screaming at the top of our lungs to anonymous. This city never died, but was there ever a soul inside? Chasing fire.
Wow, that's a new line to that hook right there. But was there ever a soul inside? We talk about the soul of the city. You know, what is the heart and the soul of the city? And I just picture this is her come up story to us. And this is her writing from the perspective of the past, of being that person before she made it, dreaming about making it, you know, laughing with her friends at the time. And how those relationships have changed now. Those relationships have come and gone. And she's trying to grab that moment, but she can't ever get it back. And you feel her running through the city streets and the lights and looking up and dreaming, can that be me on those billboards one day? And now she's made it. Now she's looking back down. Wow.
This city never died, but was there ever a soul inside? Chasing fireflies between the soaring high rises, left a trail behind to find a wasted time of our lives. Silent summer, overworked and underpaid.
Hang on.
Rises, left a trail behind to find a wasted time of our
Defined it, wasted time of our lives, you know, because you talk about it, the carelessness of youth, you know, you're not going anywhere, you're not going to make it, the wasted time,
lives. Silent singer,
but how beautiful it is.
overworked and underpaid. Eggs and opposites, a coffin until off is where you're laid. Yeah,
Ooh, until off is where you're laid, getting laid off, thinks an office is a coffin, not wanting to work that 9 to 5. Every artist, you know, we dread to be in a box, and I'm not talking about a coffin till our death. I'm talking about that cubicle that feels like a prison.
singer, overworked and underpaid. Eggs and opposites, a coffin until off is where you're laid.
Ah.
Thought persistent optimist who ought to be afraid. Solving
Thought persistent optimist who opt to be afraid. I love that very dotty, condensed internal punch rhyme scheme there.
coffin until off is where you're laid. Yet a thought persistent optimist who ought to be afraid.
Nice.
Solving nothing wrong and writing songs behind a lonely shade. Is the world a sadder place without the words that you conveyed? When the ladder fell and shattered every bar that we had played.
When the ladder fell and shattered every bar that we had played, you know, the ladder, like this hope of trying to make it. I used to write songs alone by myself, and I was okay with that, with the loneliness. And now I write songs, I have all these people and all this pressure, you know. And then she's playing on bar, like us rappers, every line that we dropping us bars, the bars of the ladder trying to climb. Very good wordplay there.
Words that you conveyed when the ladder fell and shattered every bar that we had played. Does it matter in the end? The sound diminished and decayed. And your friends grew tired of fantasy. You're wishing they had stayed. You don't get to say I miss you. You watch your heroes fade into the rear view mirror of the villain you portrayed. Stop the say I miss. Sound diminished and decayed. And your friends grew tired of fantasy. You're wishing they had stayed. You don't get to say I miss you. You watch your heroes fade into the rear view mirror of the villain you portrayed.
Wow. Your heroes fade. I can only take that as looking at your idols as your heroes, and then all of a sudden, like, you pass them, and then they're in the rearview mirror, all these people that you aspired to be like. And I guess in a way you could feel like you're the villain, or maybe amongst your friends, like they're all dreaming to make it too and to get out, and they have their own hopes, and at some point they get cast aside. And why are you the one who makes it, and why are they the people who get left behind? You could definitely feel like your own villain in that case.
Say I miss you. You watch your heroes fade into the rear view mirror of the villain you portray.
Man, this is crazy deep.
Stop the pity party. Listen, you don't get to be dismayed. You don't get to be emotional. If you're blessed, you got it made. These the best of years of life because you chose to make a trade. That collect the days you hoped and you prayed for. This, what is that a mess? Fading.
It's almost like right there's a tonal change. And instead of her just being so reflexive, she's kind of talking to herself, like, snap out of it in a sense. You know, you're lucky to have this platform and to have this opportunity. And all you want to do is sit here and just wish that you could go back to that time when you would have given your left arm to be in this moment now.
Like the days you hoped and you prayed for this, what is that a mess? Fade in, fade out, this is a dream without a direct.
It's really funny because everything's kind of like on key and rhythm, and then right there with that fade in, fade out, like you hear the notes start hitting just kind of at odd places. Fade in, boom, 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 fade out, boom, boom. And it just feels like the notes themselves are falling out of tempo and out of rhythm. They're kind of fading in and out of tune. It's really cool.
This is a dream without a direction.
Yeah.
Roaming aimlessly, there's nothing left back there for me. Pretend it's the end of a made-up story. Fly, no proof. Those heights, I'll never find another chance to say, hey, thanks for saving my life. I was hopeless, escaping, driving roadless. We were singing at the top of our lungs to the numbness. This city never died. I'll say goodbye to the soul in time. Got no chance in this life.
There was romance in our self-hate, you know? Again, yeah, it just makes me think of being like a teenager again and rebelling and trying to find yourself and hating yourself and being so conscious at the same time. And then you don't realize the good years kind of when you're in them. Yeah, till the school chime, till the train runs. See how she's having more specific references to taking back to that time? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, thank you. She connected it all for me. Oh, good. I am leading down the right path with this with you guys and kind of reading into this one. Waking up now to the real life. You know how I talked about that loss of innocence and that change and dealing with maturity in the real life and all the stresses and concerns and cares that come as we get older. There it is right there. There's her bringing it all together.
Till the next night, I'll keep waiting for you.
Nice. And you see the passport there. Because what's her story, isn't it? I mean, she got on that plane and she went over to Japan and then she tried out for Hololive. She made it. So, you know, she took a big leap and she took a big risk, but obviously it's paid off. But again, I love how we're kind of paying homage to that journey and she's taking us along for that ride.
Waking up now to my real life. Let me daydream till the next flight. Drowning so long, I got older. Now the crowd's gone. Is it over? Is it over?
Wow. I think there was one other thing I meant to point out and then I forgot because I just got so lost in the moment. Hang on. I want to see one last thing. There it is.
Saving my life, I was hopeless. Escaping, driving roadless. We were singing at the
Driving roadless, right? I take that very importantly because I pointed out, and I really love those lines, running roadless, right? At first, she's running roadless. Now, all of a sudden, she's driving roadless. So we've kind of sped up. We sped up through time, and she's brought us now into this present tense. Notice how a lot of the lyrics stay the same for that hook, but there's just a slight alteration, slight adjustment. I think that's very important right there. And, whoo! This is beautiful, honestly.
crowd's gone. Is it over? Is it over?
I mean, I didn't know this was going to be like that. Honestly, I really had to, like, you go into a reaction, right? And I feel like at first I kind of stumbled my way through it because I just wasn't expecting that at all. Like, it was like, all right, I need to turn on this side of my brain. Like, we need to get really deep and metaphorical with this analysis and breakdown at first because I'm just sitting here expecting her to bar out, expecting her to talk her shit again, fire shots left and right, do what she does. But I really appreciate when an artist can keep you on your toes, when they can show their own versatility and just show different shades of them. because we all have layers, you know? And when an artist can do that through their music and show you the depth and the layers, man, that's some of my favorite type of music. That was beautiful. I really enjoyed that. I want more of that too. I want it all. I'm enjoying this journey, man. I mean, like I pointed out, she's got some good rhyme schemes. She's got some really good wordplay. She really has a way with words in her poetry and the lyricism, and I think that's what really shines through for me the most. Yeah, that was dope. Calliope Mori, you were Knox Hill certified. So, hope you guys liked today's video. As always, be sure to smash that like button. Listen, if for some reason you're here at the end of this 20-minute fiasco, do me a favor, support the channel directly. Subscribe, notifications on. As always, just a reminder, stay safe, stay positive. It's Knox Hill. We'll catch you again. I'm out.